Security management areas focus on how business and security relate, and then continuous measures for maintaining the security posture in a business environment. So how do they relate? Security measures that are taken across the business relate to standard areas which can be managed. It breaks down those silos of operation within the company and organizations. Each security management area chains operations across the entire business and in many cases across multiple business organizations. Defines and standardizes data handoffs, interface points, and protocols for the process and technology solutions. Under continuous measures, we identify the touch points where operations in each management area require continuous intervention and define controls for interdependent operations wherever multiple security management areas emerge. Security management framework converges each security management area across the business environment by linking each step of the 4 trust accountability chains. This outlines the upstream and downstream trust link of each step in the trust accountability chain to maintain 100% trust and accountability. First of all, in the sensor data, through the life cycle of data, from production through its transportation, maintaining privacy and integrity, through all the storage and transition or marshaling activities of the data, and then how it's utilized and the analytics of the data, and then the audit and verification process all the way through to the destruction, the end of the data lifecycle. How do we chain and manage this particular trust accountability chain of sensor data? The next accountability chain is a product lifecycle, starting from research and development, through manufacturing, through the supply chain, and then through operations and the governance, through the end of life and destruction, and how each step the accountability is maintained, and the trust accountability chain of these products all fits together and interfaces with the data, mostly in the operation, but even in the earlier stages, the data trust accountability chain interfaces with the product lifecycle chain. The 4th trust accountability chain is onboard system integrity, and that's in each node in each system out there that's on the network. It's automated sequences from the boot sequence through the software or code utilization, the secret and the key verification, the physical protection of that system, and then the firmware and configuration integrity and updates, and then transfer buses protection on the device. All these as well interfacing with the product lifecycle at every phase of the product lifecycle trust accountability chain. Then we move on to those systems network together and maintaining the 4th trust accountability chain, which is systems communicating together between organizations, authentication of the system-to-system verification, and the secret rotation and synchronization and the renewal of the security posture, and how to maintain the trust and accountability across all 4 of these chains will be the feature of all these different security management areas. People are the ultimate beneficiary of computer actions. People are the primary focus. People make decisions. People are accountable. People are trusted. If a machine does something it shouldn't, what is the next step? Finding the person that made that machine do it. Proving it a chain of operations from machine to person requires a chain of trust, requires setting up controls to track the chain of trust. and cascading and handing off accountability from one operation, from one group, from one portion of the industry to another. Let's talk about a security which addresses this. Now, security management areas converge on points which chain trust and accountability. The security management framework focuses on 4 trust accountability chains. The security management framework uses these trust accountability chains to bridge the security basis gap between critical infrastructure and information technology networks. Security management framework connects each of these trust accountability chains to the organizational governance and business needs. And the chains are sensor data networks, the data produced by embedded node systems all across these massive networks. The second chain, product lifecycle, the networks of distributed products which are in many companies and at the end user organizations. Onboard system integrity, the sequence of controls of each operation onboard a single device, so how they're sequenced when they operate on that device. And network systems, the interconnection of multiple devices which are organized and managed to operate as basically as a single system. So these 4 trust accountability chains we'll look at a lot and really in depth for the focus of security management.